Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and today we are doing Cooking with Shelly, where I take recipes that I find or make up. This time I found it on Pinterest and then I change them and I make them gluten-free. I'll link the original recipe below so those of you who are gluten eaters can just easily make it. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. It is super late at night. Well, late for me, it's like 9. I ended up eating a really late lunch, early dinner today, so I wasn't hungry at traditional dinner time. But now I want a snack. So we're gonna make an appetizer. Good for a snack, also good for a party if we ever get to have parties again. So we're going to make a Brie apple and honey crostini. And of course, I'm making it gluten-free, but you can make it gluten-y if you choose. Here are some of the ingredients that we need today. We have a French baguette. This is the Against the Grain gluten-free baguette. They are my favorite. We need, oh, I forgot to grab honey. Honey. We need apple butter, some Brie, and it calls for candied pecans or pecans, depending on where you're from. I couldn't find those, so I found caramelized pecans. Pecans, I don't know, I'm having trouble with that today. And an apple. Granny Smith are my favorite, but feel free to use whatever your favorite kind of apple happens to be. So my first step is to preheat my oven to 375. While that is doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and slice up my baguette into thin, like crostini-like slices. And then I'm going to arrange these neatly on a baking pan, a baking sheet. This is a cookie sheet. Next step, I'm going to put my apple butter. I'm going to spread a little bit on each slice. I don't really measure it out, but enough to cover it. All right, next step is to slice the Brie into thin slices. Now this is gonna go into the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes or whenever it's melted. And I do keep the rind on the Brie. It is totally fine to eat it as edible, it's safe. I take it off as I'm eating each piece. I don't like the rind of Brie, but other people do. So we're gonna stick that in the oven. And I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna check on it and see if it needs to go longer. And while that is baking in the oven, I'm going to clean up my mess a little bit and then I will chop the apple up. I kept the same cutting board. This is actually one of my new ones I got for Christmas. It has a picture of a fish on it. I don't eat fish, so I use it for whatever. So I just cleaned it up a little bit. You know, bread's fine, Brie's fine, apple's fine. Nothing's going to cross-contaminate each other. So I have my apple slicer. Right, and then what I'm going to do is grab another knife. And I'm gonna chop these slices even thinner because I've found when I've made this before, you want kind of thin slices. Do away with you apple seeds, goodbye. Apparently Duolingo is letting me know I have not done my Spanish language today. And I think really quick I'm gonna put some lemon juice on these. Let's do that while I'm working with them so they don't turn brown. Just Yum, yum, yum. So this is what I do after the Brie comes out. Then I will take off the rind. But personal preference, you can totally leave it on there. It is absolutely fine. All right, and I'm gonna top it with an apple slice. Yeah, the thinner you can slice these, the better. Next, we're gonna put the caramelized pecans on there, pecans, whatever. If you can find candied ones, that's what the actual recipe calls for. So toss a couple of, one or two, or to your little heart's desire. Our final step is to drizzle it with honey. And there we have it, our Brie apple and honey crostini, but gluten-free. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you never miss a thing. See you next time.